So thanks for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. Before we get to why you're joining us, if you could settle a show debate for us here this morning, does Max Strus, do you consider cold cuts cooked?
Cold cuts cooked? No.
Of course.
Whoa, no.
Yes.
Max.
Yes.
No way.
No,
dude.
hold on.
No. You guys, no. Hold on one second.
No way.
You guys all said he can be the final debate on this.
You said
and
no.
all I asked for, fine. I'm going to ask him if he considers, and he doesn't. So now we can move on.
Let's
Thank
give
you.
him some examples.
No, we don't have to give him
I think
examples
we
because
should.
he's.
I need to hear it, though. I want to hear some examples.
It's cooked meat that's just cold. You're not eating raw meat.
How was it cooked, though?
Exactly. No, you don't have to explain
You know
yourself.
what?
Because Max, you want to know
goodness.
something? You're a normal person who considers cooked food to be hot.
Yeah.
And these people here, they want a technicality go around and be like, well, it was cooked before, but then they made it cold to slice. It's not cooked. It's a cold sandwich.
When you go to a grocery store, if you go to a grocery store, do you think that the ham that they serve there is raw?
No, it's not raw, but it's cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
it's
okay,
cooked.
but it's cooked.
No, what it has been is it's been prepared for you to eat cold. And stop
Prepared.
debating the man on this.
Right,
Guys,
but it's
Max
still
is a busy
cooked.
guy. Please, we can't spend 10 minutes on ham.
I think we actually, I mean, we don't have to, because what you guys are going to do is you're going to be very, sour at Max because he made you all look a fool.
No, it's
Because
not.
Max, they all looked at me like I was the jerk to start the show because I'm a normal person who just considers cold food not to be cooked. It's
You
not.
know what?
It's- if
I'm
it's-
gonna have
cooked
a
is
raw
cooked.
ham delivered to you guys, and I want you to make a cold cut out of it.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a whirl.
Is cold pizza considered not cooked?
Wow, that's a great point.
It's leftovers. Doesn't count. It's not
no,
cooked.
let him.
That's a
We're
great
not
point.
going here.
That was a heck of an argument there. I get
Thank
what you're
you.
saying now. I get what you're saying now.
See,
Max, so a lot of people go out, on the off season, we talked to Duncan at Media Day. He did a lot of mind stuff, for the off season. Jimmy Butler, he obviously got beautiful hair at one point in the off season. But for
And
you,
then
your
gave
off
it
season,
back.
then gave it back, decided no more. But you did something with your eyes. Like this was something that you wanted to work on in the off season. Tell us about why you're here and what helped you out this off season.
Yeah, so I got this Evo ICL procedure done. I've had contacts and glasses since like the 5th grade. My whole family's kind of had vision problems, and we've all kind of been blind for a while. So, it was definitely something I've always wanted to do, was to get something done. And I was doing research on everything, and kind of found out about this Evo procedure, and I've never turned back. It was the best thing for me. It's a permanent lens in my eye that a doctor went in and implanted. So I don't even feel it. Don't even know it's there. It's kind of just like, waking up with perfect vision. So it's something that, I haven't had in a while, and it's been a great adjustment. Like I said, I haven't looked back since.
So it's
Was
not
it weird
LASIK.
getting used to it? Was it
What'd
weird
you
getting
say?
used to it? Was it weird getting used to it, being able to see?
No, not at all.
No?
I walked out of the procedure being able to see. I was a little blurry just from, things being done,
Right.
but
Mhm.
the next morning I woke up, I had 20/10 vision, and you don't feel anything in your eye. You don't see anything in your eye. You don't feel anything. So, the only problem or only issue that I had was just like sensitivity to light. But that goes away after like a week or two. So, that was really the only problems with it. But other than that, it was the easiest thing I've ever done. The procedure, itself only takes like 5 to 7 minutes in each eye. You're really only in the lab for like 30 minutes total. So it's quick, it's easy, and you walk out of there seeing. So it was unbelievable.
So this isn't like LASIK, like they're putting a permanent thing in your eye, like
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
lens. I
So
gotta be
it's
honest with you,
less
Max.
invasive. Yeah.
I wear contacts too, and usually when we have guests on, they pitch something. I'm like, do the pitch movement. I'm very intrigued by this. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah. So the difference between LASIK is more invasive. It's with the laser, and they're like shaving things off. It's like a subtractive thing. So you're kind of like, you can't really go back from LASIK. This Evo procedure, the thing that eased my mind and gave me a peace of mind was that if I didn't like it or like had an issue with it or for whatever reason wanted to go back, it's removable. So like I can get it taken out at any time and go back to contacts and glasses. So that kind of, for myself, kind of just eased everything. made it all worthwhile and honestly made me get the procedure done.
Very intriguing. So Max, have you noticed, like, in camp, do you feel more comfortable playing? Like, is there, I don't know, do you feel just a better sense on the court when you got this done?
Yeah, I don't worry about my contacts anymore. I mean, I used to always get, hit in the face or hit in the eye and having my contact popped out. And then you got to worry about bringing extra contacts. You got to carry them on the road. You got to always have them with you. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. I got hit in the eye in practice the other day and had no issue at all. I was still able to see everything. Nothing popped out of my eye like a contact would. And it has made my life so much easier. Like, honestly, it's really life-changing, and just being able to wake up and not have to worry about putting contacts in and going to bed and not worry about taking them out. It's been great.
Talking to Max Strus, join us here on WQAM. Max, will we still see the Jimmy Butler one finger salute? Is that gonna carry over for the season? Because that was a great joy to see this.
Of course, that's our handshake, so that's not going anywhere.
It's like a handshake.
When did the handshake come up? When you both decide, you know what, the way we show each other love, big middle fingers at each other?
I don't know. It kind of just happened naturally. I think me and Jimmy are both like, kind of have a good sense of humor. We're very sarcastic with each other, so we kind of just get each other in that term of things. And one day we kind of just both flicked each other off, and since then it's just been, let's just keep doing it, because people get a kick out of it, and we think it's hilarious. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing it.
Is it like, do you have to shy away from cameras? Do you have to make sure and look around, or like willy-nilly, if they catch it, they catch it?
I mean, Jimmy said he's gonna pay my fine if we ever get fined for anything. So I don't care. And knowing Jimmy, I highly doubt that he cares about any cameraman or any news reporter watching.
I can't believe that you guys get fined for things like this. Like, remember last year it was the controversy where Jimmy Butler was making love to the air after you got some buckets, and he got fined for that. And I was like, you can get fined for that? He was minding his own business on the bench.
Yeah, you can get fined for anything. So you really got to be careful. But when you're Jimmy Butler, you got all the money in the world, so he can take care of it.
Max, here's my question: when they fine you, do they just do like they do in football and just take it out of your check, or do you have, like, you got to pay it? Because I know
no, you have the option, but they usually just take it out of your check monthly. So you don't really see it being taken out of there. But when your bank account hits and your check's a little less, you kind of freak out and wonder where the money went. So
I know I got fined, and it said on one of my checks, "To be continued on next check." Yeah. Whoa. So
yeah, I've gotten a couple technicals, so I've definitely had my.
So you get fined for every technical?
Yeah, every technical. You can appeal it, so you can go back and kind of try to get your money back, which sometimes works. But if you really earn the technical, you're not getting your money back.
So what about these guys that get technicals that end up getting suspended? Like, they've gotten fined all the way up to that point, and then when you get suspended, you lose a game check?
Yeah, I think it's I think it's like $2,000 a technical, so it's really not worth it. I tried not to. I honestly haven't earned any of my technicals, so I've been kind of pissed about that. I haven't really, gotten to really express what I want to say sometimes. So it hasn't been worth it to get my fines, that's for sure.
I always thought when they said get your money's worth, that was just a figure of speech. Like, you literally you should just go get your money's worth at that point.
You don't want no ticky-tack technical.
Really go at it. You see some guys really, they're going to get their money's worth for sure.
Why does Max Strus have no conscience when it comes to shooting? Like, you like last night, you were just like, you know what? I'm going to go back further and further and further, just trying. You're hitting them from crazy distance, man. Like, what? Do you feel like even as your skills develop in the NBA, like you're finding yourself, I'm going to just test the limits even more and more? Because you really do feel like you'll pull up from anywhere.
No, I'm comfortable doing that. I work on it and I practice shooting from those distances. So, I'm a true believer in working hard and, doing, what you work on to implement in the game. So I'm not afraid to shoot it from anywhere. I work every single day to be able to shoot from those distances and shoot tough shots. So, our coaching staff, instills that in us to, when you're open, shoot it. So, we work on those things and, they wouldn't let me practice it and not put it in the game if they didn't want me to. So I'm completely comfortable shooting from anywhere, and I will continue to do that.
Have you ever played on a team where your teammates and the coaches get mad if you have an open three and don't take it? It's like for anybody. Like,
Yeah.
you're open, shoot it. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
That when I first got here with the Heat, I was like basically my rookie year, because I didn't really count that first year, and it was kind of just like eye opening. Literally my first day of camp, I didn't think anybody really knew who I was, and I passed up probably 2 threes in like an open scrimmage, and Chris Quinn, our assistant coach, and Spo kind of like yelled at me. They were like, "If you're open, shoot the ball. Like, do not pass up shots." And I was like, "Why are you telling me like I'm a nobody?" So that's kind of been like their advice to me the whole time, and it just gives you ultimate confidence to shoot it every single time, and to have that ultimate green light just makes it more easy and takes the thinking out of it.
What's this? What have these last couple of weeks been like, Max? Because you were in that spot that a lot of these young guys are in right now, like Jamal Cain, Drew Smith, both really shining in this preseason. I mean, Jović was going to get his crack because he's a first-round pick, but like, is that a cool thing? Like full circle, seeing like I get an opportunity to kind of lead the guys on the young floor and be like almost like a role model, because you guys you give opportunities to anybody. If they come in, they really can shine and contribute.
Right. No, you hit it right on the head. I've been in their shoes. I know what it's like to get waived. I know what it's like to be on a two-way. I know what it's like to earn a two-way. So, I have all those experiences, and it makes it more rewarding. When you have a relationship with these guys and get to see them, kind of flourish and earn a contract. A guy like Drew Smith was here last year, got waived. Had a tough year with his knee surgery in the G League. And earned his way back here and played unbelievable this whole preseason. So to be able to watch him, get better and grow and to earn a two-way has been special for me, and kind of a guy I took under my wing. And then a guy like Jamal Cain, I played against in college. He was at Marquette when I was at DePaul. So just playing against him and knowing him and just seeing him get a contract too, it's been, so cool. And to be able to, go through that process and know what it feels like to earn that contract. I'm just super happy for them and know how they're feeling right now.
Max, I want to ask you about Jović, because, we talk about European players, but the difference between a European player and a player in the States is that they sometimes sign with these professional clubs when they're 15 and 16 years old. So they've been playing with grown men for the last 3 years before they even come to the NBA. Can you see like just the difference between him being a rookie versus a kid that comes from, say, college and has to learn the ways of playing with adults and grown men?
Yeah. Nikola's been great. He's really impressed a lot of us, I think. I think he struggled early on in summer league, just getting used to, playing, in the States. It's a whole different game in Europe, and they play great basketball over there, but it's just an adjustment. And, he's been phenomenal this preseason. And I think he's got a really bright future ahead of him. And the biggest thing I love about him is he came in with no ego. He's a first-round draft pick, but he came in ready to learn, ready to listen, and he listens to everybody and just wants to be good. So he's patient with it and knows that he's young and it's going to take some time. But he's been phenomenal so far, and I think he's going to be a great player in the future.
You said before, like, you don't like being boxed in as just like known as a shooter. You do a lot of different things, and we saw a lot of that elevate, especially when you went to the starting lineup last year between, your transition defense and all the different things you could do. Did you take all that success that you knew you had in you, but then were able to show? Like, how did that help you this summer as far as your confidence and what you wanted to work on coming into this year? And what do you want to show even more, I guess, going into this season?
Yeah. We're still trying to figure out our roles. It's still early on, and how I'm going to play and be used. So I kind of worked on everything, to be honest with you. I kind of, not just being a shooter, putting the ball on the floor, making plays for other people. I think I'm going to showcase that more this year. Just being able to get downhill, get in the paint, finishing at the rim, making plays for my teammates. So I really think I can expand my game in that area, and that's really what I worked on. And I think our team is going to put me in positions to do that. So I'm ready and willing to, whatever role I have, just, completely dive into it and help our team in any way possible to win as many games as we can.
Before we get you out of here, Max, and Max joining us courtesy of Evo, as he has had his eyes changed forever. He doesn't have to wear contacts anymore. Got the permanent lenses, which he's been very happy about. Max Strus, coming up on Halloween here. You know, are you will welcome trick or treaters? What is Max Strus going to do for the trick or treaters? You putting the bowl out? Are people allowed to come to your house and get the candy, or you turn the lights off and ignoring these kids?
I don't know if I want to answer this. I'm probably, you know, I want to be there for the kids, but I probably will not have a bowl of candy out.
You're a lights off guy.
Yeah, probably. I'll probably just leave my house in general, just so I don't have to be, you know, think that I'm being rude to the people. So I'll probably just try to get away. But no, I like Halloween. It's fun for kids, and you know, I have nephews and nieces now, so I'm kind of getting back into it, and you know, doing the costumes with them, and just trying to make them have the best holiday.
Did you find this last year with all the success you had, like, is newfound fame weird? Like, I know you've been in the league for a couple of years, but like being in the league and being a starter and being on, you know, the stage of the Eastern Conference Finals, how was that adjustment? Is there new fame that you notice, and is it strange dealing with?
I wouldn't say it's fame. I don't think I'm anywhere near being famous, but I think just, you know, being in Miami, and going to, you know, the grocery store, or going to Walgreens, and, you know, having people notice you more. It's definitely been different in that aspect of things. I think people are starting to recognize me and you know who I am now. So it's been cool to see, you know, just the transition to that. I used to be able to walk around, you know, pretty much anywhere in the city, and nobody would know who I was, or, you know, that I was a professional basketball player. So, you know, I don't really have that leeway as much anymore, but you know, there's still times when I can walk around, you know, Miami and not even be recognized. So I still have the ability to do that, but it has gotten, you know, I've gotten a little more recognizable since the playoffs, for sure.
And last one before we get you out of here, I promise. What was your reaction the first time they played Strus Loose at the arena? Was it shame or pride?
That was a great song, man. I appreciate you doing that.
No,
You're welcome. You're welcome. No, but
You're allowed to be. I mean,
no, you don't. You don't. Just because he's been on my side with everything, guys, you don't.
I question.
No, I appreciate you making the song, man.
I question your ability to make good decisions when you say a cold cut isn't cooked.
Don't listen to the Max. You continue to praise the song.
I don't know.
Do you ever just
Now
throw it in after? Will you ever
Now
throw
when
it
you
on?
pull up from 30, I'm gonna say, I wonder if that was a good choice.
Oh man, I'm losing your trust like that already. Jeez.
Have you ever just thrown it on in the car after a good game, just to, you know, just when alone driving home, just to, you know, be like, you know what, it's time to celebrate some me.
I'm sorry, I can't give you that much joy. I have not played it myself. I have not played it myself. I can't come to terms with playing that myself. I can't play my own song like that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You went far enough with the praise, Max, and I appreciate it, man. Anything else you want to say about Evo before we get you out of here?
No, I think we talked everything about it.
Cool.
You know, it's been, like I said, it's been life-changing. Couldn't be more happier that I got it done, and would recommend it to anybody in the world. It really is, you know, has been a great experience, and just being able to see things more clearly. It was easy, and would recommend it to anybody.
All right, man. Enjoy these next couple of days off. We're looking forward to the season starting up next Wednesday.
For sure. Thank you, guys.